Welcome in, everybody. It's the coach. This is Matt.
We are sandwiched between Fort Worth and Dallas, Texas, and Arlington at the luxurious AT&T Stadium. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the Tennessee Titans and the Dallas Cowboys. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. He finds an opening past the 40. Ezekiel Elliott gonna take it the distance. Touchdown, Cowboys! Ezekiel Elliott, 74 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Well, they said they wanted to have some explosive runs. How about that one to start the game?
And I would say on the defensive sideline, there's a lot to answer for. Because you spend all week saying, stop the run. I don't care who you're playing. You don't want to get run over. You don't want to get run past. And they got both. Over-committing in the secondary, and he just went stepping past them and is still running, essentially.
One play, and he hits pay dirt.
Kicking team.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that, it just doesn't feel right.
Mariota hands to Henry. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
On second down and 4, Mariota throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
Throwing is Mariota. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Off the edge, it's Tyrone Crawford with a sack. On fourth down, they snap it to Mariota. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And it'll be a turnover on downs. And, partner, I'm not really sure what in the world they were thinking on 4th and long there at this stage in the game, but you think social media may be firing up a little bit right now?
Oh, the coach is trending right now. All right, there's no doubt about it. People are wondering what that decision was. But it takes me back to a number of years ago. A very successful coach in the league had told himself before a playoff game, he's going to be aggressive. No matter what, he's going to be aggressive. And it ran his team into some real problems early, and they got upset in that playoff game. Let's see if this team can recover.
Well, that's aggressive in capital letters with glitter, 7 underscore. I mean, that's the definition of aggressive.
Yeah, you can almost hear the cheerleaders doing the be aggressive chant behind him, and he listened to it.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further.
Remember the one-dimensional tight ends who just put their hand in the ground and block people? Well, if you're that guy now, you're probably a fullback in an I-formation offense. These tight ends nowadays can do everything. Block, run, and catch. Beautiful connection for a touchdown.
Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep.
Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. 1 first down, and you're almost in field goal position.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet. and try and generate some offense.
And I think the ball's out. And this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game.
Under pressure, he's going to go down. Look at this, way back around the 43. The tank, DeMarcus Lawrence with a sack. So, Charles, why in the world do you take that risk there?
It doesn't make a whole lot of sense on the surface. But I've been around enough of these coaches and enough of these meetings along the way. Sometimes they're so confident in a play call that they don't care about the situation. They think that that play, at that time, they're going to run it and pick up whatever they need. So maybe that's what influenced him there. I'm guessing because I have no other explanation.
Yeah, that's tough. Own side of the field, that chunk of yardage to pick up. Head scratcher. Oh, Elliott going to be hit. He coughs it up. Loose football. It's picked up by the Titans. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. One of his main targets, Delaney Walker, the intended receiver. And it's second down. Mariota gives to Henry. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just one.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense, because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Now here's something you don't see too often. They're 0 for 2 converting these in the opening quarter, but they're trying a third time here on fourth down. Escaping the pressure right. And this is incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position.
I don't know why you would do that. It's almost guaranteed points the other way. I mean, I get it if it's a late game situation, maybe even 4th and inches. But, boy, that's a huge risk to take.
Yeah, now they're set up in prime position going the other way. Brent Urban there to get him down.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
They'll try the right side with Elliott. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Boy, these guys are off to the races, Charles. 20-0 already, extra point pending.
Yeah, you always hear that term, they just boat race someone. Heck, it's car race, motorcycle race, plane race, whatever you want. Right now, they are sprinting past them.
Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
To throw again on second down. Mariota. That's complete to Taywan Taylor. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line.
A big play there on the catch and run. 52 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Come on, fellas.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Off play action to Henry. Here's Mariota. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense. Shoot! Watch the shoot! Get.
Derrick Henry. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. So they get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
The Titans on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 4. Mariota now. And that will be incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
And he locates Walker, complete. And he's got the 1st down as he gets it to the 8. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal.
54 Mike. That's right, baby. They don't want it.
Now Mariota. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And the return.
Hey, everybody, it's the coach. This is Madden Football.
Coach, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Lone Star State and the very mammoth AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. Tonight, we've got a good NFC matchup in store between the Seattle Seahawks and the Dallas Cowboys. It's a short kick, taking it to 15. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Check it out, Reed.
Prescott. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down. Ball on the 30 as they come up, 2nd and 10.
Watch the run, watch the run.
Here we go, 46. 47.
Now Prescott. And he hits Jason Witten, the tight end. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs. Defense had a chance to get off the field here in the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the others, you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it.
And now the ball's out, fumble near midfield. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflected.
Looking for his tight end, Witten, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on 1st down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. This is caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. Now it's Wilson to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Chances are good he's going to be a very busy guy. 2 catches already in this opening drive, and they were looking his way for a 3rd.
I think they put this defense on notice that could be a really, really frequent combination. Here's Carson, and not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And that's going to bring up an interesting 3rd and goal. This Cowboy defense trying to hold him out of the end zone. They've run it to 3rd and goal. Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. So they opted to pass for it on 3rd and goal. Let's see what they do on 4th and goal.
Well, I think they threw it with the idea that if they didn't get it, they would go for it on 4th and goal. So they've got another play in their pocket. They're going to have to call it right now. No field goal here.
Wilson. And that is going to be incomplete. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And this Cowboy defense comes up with a goal line stand. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. Doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
They try and run on 1st down, but this one going to lose a couple yards as they get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Elliott. And they'll get him down right around the 11-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. Prescott on 3rd and 2. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. And they're going to get the first down here across the 15-yard line. They only get 5 out of that quick slant, but that's good enough for a first. 1st down, Prescott. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Prescott finding Witten, and he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. The last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on third down. Now Prescott going to take a shot for... Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Now Elliott. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defense.
And it'll be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
No, to me, it's pretty simple, and it's fairly obvious, isn't it? He's got to start making better decisions with the ball.
That's now 2 interceptions in the first quarter. After interception number 1, there was a long talk on the sideline. And now he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Defensive end DeMarcus Lawrence applied the heat. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Another try after the first down sack. Wilson going for Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Xavier Woods with a pick. He's at the 30, 10, and he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys.
Did I just see what I thought I saw? Did I just see what I thought? That had to be. Come on, say it for me. Say it for me. Who picked up that pass?
The free safety.
Oh, you got to have those great skills back there. Eyes, anticipation, great hands. And, of course, how about the fluid moves afterwards to take it all the way to the house?
Sounds like you're watching your old game film up here in your head.
Yeah, that's the dream I had of being that player. I just never was.
And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Seattle now ready to march onto the field. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now 1st and 10 at their own 24. Back to the air. Wilson after the pick 6. Completes it to Dixon. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. To throw again on 2nd down. Wilson.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football now. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Sean Lee, the longtime vet, getting in and getting to the QB. Well, that, my friend, I guess is the definition of a head-scratcher. 4th and long, this stage of the game. What were they doing?
I just have to believe that he looked at the situation, still in the first half, decided if there was a time to be aggressive, now was it, because there's still time to make up for it if things don't go right. Of course, a lot of questions on this one, and look, I want to go for it as much as anyone.
But 4th and long?
Yeah, I don't think I would have there. That one seemed a little bit on the irrational side.
Fans might be a little angry at that one. A boost here to start the drive. After the penalty, it's 1st and 5.
Check 52, 20.
After the penalty, it's Elliott. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. An 8-yard touchdown run. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And now running right through it.
Partner, when I was in college, we used to have these things called game maxims that we did before every game. One of them said, press the kicking game. For here's where the breaks are made. It's the area of hidden yardage. How about that return? Flipping the field, taking it past the 50, and getting things set up to start the series.
He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. To throw again, Wilson. And it's hauled in by Nick Vanette. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They run it with Carson. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 10 yards and a Seattle first down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Well, throw on first down with Wilson. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, second down.
I would say it'd probably be a good idea for him to reintroduce himself to his receivers at the half, because they're definitely on different wavelengths. But I also don't advocate waiting that long. Next series, before you get out there, hey, let's get together, guys. Let's get this thing moving.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Tyler Lockett was the target there. But now it's 3rd down.
A pretty rocky start in this game for the guy throwing the ball. Already has thrown 1 interception. Almost threw a second one right there. All he's doing right now is giving the defense a whole lot of confidence.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. And he's got it. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. From 21 yards away, as they are now on the board here in the first half. And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and a completion of a play? Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
Here's Wilson to throw. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8.
Well, they tried to get 2 and ended up getting none, because the quarterback had nowhere to go with the ball and ends up getting sacked.
Nowhere to go at all. Great job, though, defensively. They were ready. Very short. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And a terrific return as he brings this one all the way back to the 30. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy, because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
On second down, it's Carson. He only got a couple on that one, so not a ton of help. They'll have a 3rd and 8 forthcoming. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2, because you want to try to defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle.
Watch the split. Watch the split. Let's go double count right here. Double count.
4th down. Here's Wilson going for it all. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 31 yards there and a first down.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Under 10, under 10, 10. Watch the twist, watch the twist. He's crashing.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. Oh, Elliott going to be hit. He coughs it up. Loose football. And the Seahawks have recovered.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. Jalen Smith, the Notre Dame man, in on the tackle. From just shy of midfield, Wilson. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Chidobe with a pick. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
Partner's bad enough when you just can't hold on to the football. But when your quarterback's throwing it to the other team, that's 3 interceptions now, 4 turnovers for the game. You really have no chance to win the football game.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. Elliott running right. Elliott a first down and more. And he's got room. 38 yards on the scamper there.
Well, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Fans, a reminder, I have a note card here that says ad-lib halftime previews. So I guess let's do just that as we'll hand things over to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando when this one reaches halftime. They do okay? Oh, Prescott stripped, and the Seahawks have picked it up. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. And now 3 drives, 3 fumbles.
What's amazing about it is when we go around and watch practices, how many times do we see them put that sleeve over a football now to make it more slippery and hard to handle? It's almost like they're playing with that sleeve on the ball right now. Was that 3 drives?
Yep.
3 fumbles?
3 fumbles.
It's time to change our luck some way, somehow. Focus, concentration, you'll hear those words on the bench in a big way right now.
Wilson now off the bootleg. He'll buy some time right. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Chidobe with a pick. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
That one, 28 yards on the ground.
sometimes those lines that are drawn on a grease board or in a playbook, they come to life out on the field, don't they? And we just saw that outside handoff to the right.
That right tackle, he gets excited for that call, doesn't he?
He does, because he just wants to dominate his guy and say, listen, I was the point of attack. I took care of business. That's why you're able to get downfield and add all those yards to your total.
Yeah, really nice gain there. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Prescott. And this is caught by Witten, the tight end. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
On 3rd down, level. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. To throw is Prescott. He's got the lane, and there he goes. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. But they will not be able to capitalize as time has run out here on the first half of play. So they go on 4th down. Not only do they not, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. And Dixon has it. But he will not get the 2 points. He stopped up short. And that we now proceed to the start of the second half.